Days of anger have turned into nights of anguish. Women wail over coffins covered in candles. This is what they call democracy, killing us like we are nothing, says this mourner. Where is the justice? Among the flowers and flags, caskets were adorned with bullet casings and tear gas canisters. Mourners allege they were used against protesters in days of clashes with security forces who support new interim president Jeanine Añez. Let me say this to Mrs. Añez, that she must denounce this. If not, the whole country is going to close in on her, says this man. Parts of the entire country have been gripped by days of deadly protests. Añez was an opposition member of the Senate until she assumed power this week after President Evo Morales was forced to step down amid allegations of vote rigging in last month's election. But even before that, he was criticized for ignoring the country's constitution by holding on to power beyond the term limit. Canada has condemned the violence, and while our officials aren't endorsing Añez, they aren't denouncing her either. A spokesperson said in a statement, quote, "Canada supports an institutional solution that will allow for a temporary caretaker administration to prepare for new elections." It's unclear when that will happen, as Añez, a religious conservative, has already made sweeping changes.
The first thing they did was to come into the presidential palace and to torn down the Huipala flag, which is the flag of multiculturalism in Bolivia.
And experts warn against any comparison to the crisis in Venezuela, where the 2018 re-election of President Nicolas Maduro has also been called into question.
In the case of Bolivia, there was a mistake made by the president, former President Morales, but he wanted to amend himself.
Morales is currently in Mexico, where he was granted political asylum. Now, he has offered to return to restore calm in his country, and although he says he won't try to run in a new election, Añez is threatening charges if the former president sets foot in Bolivia again. Couteur, Global News.